Hey guys, it's Bird from Inside Outline and welcome back to another Cricut video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to make money from your Cricut without selling physical products. So before I jump into this video, be sure to like and subscribe. So the first way to make money with your Cricut without selling physical products is to basically teach classes, and those classes can be in person or virtual. So I do some of this as well, and I have virtual classes that I do. I use Zoom to have those one-on-one classes, and I also use my Shopify store where people can basically choose a time frame on my calendar. They can schedule a time to meet with me, whatever day and time works best for them, and then they can input the details for what project they want to make. Also have a Google form that I use so that they can provide me with even more details about what type of Cricut machine they have, about what type of project they want to make. Do they want to make a t-shirt? Do they want to make a cake topper or gable box or anything like that? Also allow them to basically enter additional details. Some people always want to know, what supplies do I need before the class starts? So I always recommend that, you teach your clients or provide them with what they need to make the actual project that they want to make, because some people are like very new to using the Cricut machine and they just don't know what materials they need. So what I'll typically do is to send them Amazon links to products that they want or could use to make their overall project. And so again, with that, I use Zoom, but you can also use Google Meet. Google Meet is free. You can also use Microsoft Teams, whatever video conferencing tool you want to use, you can use that. Like I said, I use Zoom, it works for me. And then again, I use Google Forms, I use my Shopify store, and that's kind of how I put all of that together for my virtual classes that I teach, those one-on-one sessions. You can also host in-person classes as well. So let's say that you're in a community, you have an event space that's beautiful, that can accommodate X number of people. I definitely recommend that you consider hosting some in-person Cricut classes as well. So with those classes, they can go two different ways. So one way is basically teaching other Cricut users how to use their Cricut machine. So with that, they can bring their Cricut machine to the location. They can bring their supplies to the location as well. You charge a fee for people coming to attend those classes, and basically you're all working together to create a finished product. The other alternative is basically to go ahead and pre-cut some materials for a different project, and basically it's gonna be like an assembling party or something of that nature. So if you ever seen like a paint with a twist or any other type of a hands-on class where there's an instructor and they're basically telling you how to accomplish the finished product, basically it's kind of like that. So one class you are basically teaching other people that have Cricut machines. The other class is you having an idea in mind for what you want your customers to create at the end, and using your Cricut machine to basically create craft kits, if you will, so that all of your customers or your students can create the project together. So that's the first way on how to make money with your Cricut machine without selling physical products. The next way to make money with your Cricut machine without selling physical products is to create YouTube content. So in this day and age, video content is very popular. You're watching this video now, which proves that video content is very popular. So I definitely recommend that my Cricut users who want to get away from selling those physical products try YouTube. Now, some people will tell you to start with TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever. I recommend YouTube because it's easy to get into and you can start monetizing your channel fairly quickly, as long as you meet the requirements of the YouTube Partner Program. But with that, what I love most about creating YouTube content is that if I upload this video today, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, somebody will be searching for a video just like this, and it's gonna pop up in their feed, okay? And it's gonna still be creating ad revenue for me, and that's basically passive income. So you create the YouTube video one time, and from that one time that you've uploaded that video, you're gonna keep getting paid year after year, and that's why I absolutely love creating YouTube content. You can create YouTube content about how to use your Cricut machine, how to start a Cricut business. If there's a specific niche of Cricut products or Cricut projects that you like to make, so let's say that you only want your YouTube channel to focus on cake toppers or gable boxes or any number of things, you can even drill down like that. So I know that it can be a little challenging at first to figure out what do I want to create content about, but just figure out what type of products you like to create Also, take a look at what other people are needing help with as it relates to creating with their Cricut machines, okay? So I also recommend using ChatGPT because it's going to be your best friend as it relates to coming up with ideas and even writing out the content for your videos as well. ChatGPT can help you with that. So that's my second way of making money with your Cricut machine without selling physical products. The next way to make money with your Cricut machine without selling physical products is basically to sell SVG designs. So basically, before you get into selling those design files, you need to learn how to make them for yourself. So there are a few different types of tools that you can use to create your own SVG files. I use Adobe Illustrator. There's also Inkscape, and then there's a whole host of different softwares that you can use to create your own SVG designs. And so first you need to know how to create SVG designs. So there are plenty of courses online. I also have a course that I'll have linked down below if you want to know how to create your own SVG designs. And then once you know how to create them, then you need to start selling them. So basically you're selling an SVG file. You can put it in a zip folder and sell it on Etsy, sell it on your own website, sell it on Creative Fabrica. You have so many different options for where you can sell your SVG designs. And basically, again, with that process, creating those designs in whatever software you want to use, exporting those SVG designs as SVG files that actually work. So you definitely want to use your Cricut machine, open up the SVG file that you just created, make sure that it actually works, and then you're going to upload it to your Etsy shop as a digital file. You can also sell it on, like Square or Squarespace or Shopify, whatever platform you want to sell your SVG designs. So that's the third way to make money with your Cricut machine without actually selling any physical products. Again, with selling SVG files, you create them one time, and then as people find them and purchase them, you're making passive income. So the last way that I have for you to make money with your Cricut machine without selling any physical products is basically to offer your design services to small business owners. So with that, basically, if you know how to use different design software, you can also use Canva for some of this stuff as well. You can sell business to business. So if you're a business, you can also sell to another business, right? So let's say that there is a local bakery in your community, and they need some design work, right? They need a logo, a new fresh logo. They need like sticker designs. They don't want to, you don't want to sell the physical stickers, but you're going to create the design for the stickers so that they can go online somewhere and purchase the stickers. That's an option as well. So with this, again, it's kind of business to business, but you're basically selling your design services. Again, there's nothing physical involved. You're basically selling digital files or your design services to them. Then they take those designs and they order their own t-shirts, they order their own stickers, they order their own flyers or whatever else they need. But basically, as you know, as a Cricut user, you start to advance your skills in a variety of different types of ways. So you start to learn how to use Canva, you start to learn how to use Adobe Illustrator or Inkscape and a number of different software. So at this point, you're becoming someone who has an eye for detail, and you're also, becoming a designer at the end of the day as well. So that's an additional way to make money with your Cricut machine without selling any physical products. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video on how to make money with your Cricut machine without selling any physical products. Let me know down below in the comments, do you already do any of these things? If you don't, which one of these sound most appealing to you? If you have any questions or comments about any of the items that I mentioned above, or if you have additional recommendations that I should include in maybe a part 2 of this video, leave those down below as well. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.